This is going to be a short video covering two, maybe three problems for the first spiral review of 2022. So just a quick explanation. Again, as I mentioned in class yesterday, instead of having a daily homework assignment, you're going to have a weekly spiral review. A weekly spiral review basically means that I'm going to review a bunch of old content with you through this spiral review. You're going to get it on Monday or Tuesday, and then it will be due on Friday. And then for any problems that I find that might be too difficult or a lot of students are struggling with, I'll make a quick short video like this where I review it, and that way you can take initiative and watch it on your own time, whether that's homeroom, lunch, at home, wherever you find the time. So starting with this problem, volume. Most students have a good understanding of how to find volume. The only piece that I want to explain is how to convert a mixed number like this one to improper, because some students did forget that piece. Because remember, mixed numbers are completely useless. You cannot use them for any math calculation. So 2 and 3/4, that means I have two whole units, two wholes. So what does that mean? In this case, it means I have 4/4 two times. Each one of these is one whole unit. And then I also have those leftovers, 3/4. So then I have to add these fractions. Remember, when you add fractions, you add the numerators. So 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. But you do not add the denominators, so 11/4. 11/4 is the improper fraction equivalent of the mixed number 2 and 3/4. And then I gotta do the same thing for 1 and 1/4. This means I have one whole unit. So 4/4 plus 1/4. Add the numerators. 4 plus 1 is 5. Don't add the denominators. So 5/4 is the improper fraction equivalent of this mixed number, 1 and 1/4. Now that I have all improper and proper fractions, so 1, 2, 3, I can multiply the length times the width times the height to find the value. And that's why I'm going to leave it up to you. So length, in my opinion, is how long is it. Width is how wide the front is. And then height, I think we would all agree, is how tall it is. So set yourself up with a multiplication problem, multiply the three fractions, and see what you get. Don't forget, volume has units. So in this case, it would be centimeters cubed. Centimeters cubed. This ratio problem you should not need any help with. If you do need some assistance, contact me directly, because this is the most basic, and we got to make sure you got that covered. Number 3, this problem here, I'll read it. A bottle contains 4 and 1/2 cups of juice. One serving of juice is 3/4 cup. How many servings are in the bottle? So I saw many students do this problem differently. I did see most students try to change this right away to improper. Very nice job. What I will say is that this is a division problem. So this is what you should start with. But as the students that already did this know, this is impossible because this is a mixed number. So you gotta change that, and then look at your notebooks if you need any assistance with that. Greatest common factor. That's where you find the factors. Do not draw an M. That's for least common multiple. Do not do that. So factors of 16. That would be what two numbers multiply to 16. So the easiest one is 1 and 16. Then what about 2? Can you multiply 2 by something and get 16? Yes, 2 times 8. Does 3 work 3 times? No, 3 times nothing equals 16. And does 4 work? Yes, 4 times 4. So these are the factors of 16. Then you do the same questioning for 18. Circle the greatest common factor. So the biggest one that they have in common. I'll go over this one. This one gave some students difficulty. So remember, always start out by estimating. That way you can just ignore the decimal. 9.5. Does that round down to 9 or round up to 10? That rounds up to 10. Times 6.4. Does that round down to 6 or up to 7? That would round down to 6. 10 times 6 is 60. And now I can multiply 95 times 64. You should be able to do this on your own. So starting with the first digit, 4 times 5, that's 20. I'm going to write these numbers kind of big. Then you do 4 times 9, which is 36. Don't forget to add that too, so 38. I'm done with the 4, so I'm going to go to the 6. But since I'm moving one digit, I have to add a 0 here. So now I'm going to do 6 times 5. 6 times 5 is 30. And then 6 times 9, 54 plus 3, 57. Then I got to add 0 plus 0 is 0. I guess I'll type this piece out. So 0, 8 plus 0 is 8. 3 plus 7 is 10. And then 5. I guess the typing didn't really work. 5 plus 1 is 6. So this is the answer when I add those. Now the question is, if this is my answer, I know I multiplied decimal, so my answer should be a decimal. So where do I put the decimal so that this is super close to my estimate of 60? You guys are smart enough to know that. It's going to be right in between the first 0 and the 8. 60.80 is super close to 60. And this would be the answer. And that's how you multiply decimals. Estimate, ignore the decimals, multiply like an old-fashioned problem. Then don't forget to place the decimal back in. You shouldn't need any assistance with this. Just remember to line up the decimals, add zeros if you have blanks, and I think that's the whole front page. So I'm going to stop there. I'll make another video for the back half. If you have any questions on anything that I didn't cover, feel free to email me directly or ask me in class at some point when there's time. Thanks again for watching this video.